folks, Digital Dave here with Nomad News. Today I want to talk to you all about the myth that is a solar controller. You don't need one. It's overpriced and it's a piece of junk. What I'm going to explain to you today is that what the solar controller, and I use that term loosely, what it does, all it does, the primary function of the solar controller is to limit the amount of voltage going to your battery bank. Most good solar panels output 16 to 25 volts. Most 12-volt batteries max out the charge at 14.5 volts. So the primary purpose of the solar controller by the way, it's your solar system. You're the controller, not this. The primary function of this piece of junk, they can fail and then your system stops charging, is to limit the amount of voltage going to your battery bank so that you do not overcharge your battery bank. It's a glorified voltage regulator, is all that it is, for prices anywhere from $100 to $500 or even more for a voltage regulator with a little display on it that tells you some useless crap. Or really, my battery's 23 degrees Celsius. I don't care. This piece of junk from EP ever fell on me. Wait a minute, let me get a close-up of this for you guys. This EP ever solar controller, actually the 30 amp model, a bunch of their controllers are having problems. Some people reported on YouTube that it was an internal fuse that was popping. But why is the fuse popping? That's a more serious problem. I don't trust it, I don't need it. But you know what? If this piece of junk had not failed, I would have never discovered that you don't actually even need one at all. So when it failed, what I did was I took my multimeter and tested the voltage output from the solar controller, which was 0 because it stopped working. And then from my directly from the power leads from my solar panels, which were putting out 20 volts on that day. And it made me realize, you know what do I need this for? I don't. I don't need a boxed to control my voltage. I'm the frickin' voltage controller. They're assuming that I'm too stupid to turn off my solar panels when my battery bank gets to 14.5 volts. They're wrong. I can flip a switch and turn off my panels when my batteries are at 100%. Which, by the way, people, you should do with your cell phones. Don't plug in your phone at night and go to sleep. That's how you kill your phone battery, and all of a sudden you're wondering why does my phone not take 100% charge anymore, and why doesn't it last very long anymore? It's because you overcharged it, because you plugged it in while you're sleeping. Now you don't have to sit and stare at your phone, waiting for it to get 100%, but go back and check. If it takes an hour and a half for your phone to charge to 100%, unplug it. And the next time you know, plug it in for like an hour and a half and then go back and unplug it. That will make your phone last so much longer. It's the same thing with your battery bank. Because I've got voltage readers, voltage gauges on each of my 4 batteries in my bank, I can see when each battery reaches 14.5 volts, and then I can turn off the panels. I don't need this to do that for me. For $100 or more, you just don't need it. Run your panels directly to your battery bank and charge them up, which, by the way, is actually more efficient, because then you're not using power from your bank to run this stupid thing. They can fail. And then you're wondering why all your batteries are dead and you can't run your refrigerator anymore. Thanks EP for making a piece of junk that cost me $100. People are probably going to comment, oh, EP is going to sue you for saying this stuff about them. Fine, let them call me. We'll talk about the $100 you owe me for this piece of junk. In just a few minutes, you'll see me putting this EP 30 amp solar controller in its new home in the trash can. Don't need it, don't want it. My battery bank is charging better than ever, wired directly from the solar panels, which are putting out more than that high school cheerleader. Okay, sorry, bad joke. I'm just real happy that my solar panels are working so well, because that was really bothering me that for the life of me I could not figure out why my battery stopped charging. And it was because of this piece of crap found right here that I paid $100 for. People, save your money, you don't need it. Run your hot and your ground directly from your panels to your battery bank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a switch, just a regular 12-volt rocker switch, so that whenever I see my batteries are fully charged, I can just flip that switch and turn off the panels to the batteries. That's all you need to do. You don't need a piece of crap like this that costs $100. Okay, nomads, have a good day. This was Digital Dave reporting for Nomad News.